Hi, friends. Welcome back. I'm your old pal, Kat, and this is Librophiliac Knits. I am coming to you from the wilds of St. Paul, Minnesota on a Tuesday afternoon. And I really am as tired as I look. If you haven't been here before, thanks for joining us. I am an overnight nurse, so I work the 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift. And sometimes this is just the reality. And I have nothing to hide. I work hard, I play hard. I slept well. I'll go back to bed in like 7 short hours. What do I want to talk to you about today? Well, I wanted to talk to you about all of my cast-ons and all of the things that I have been knitting lately. And also the book in my lap. Ali Hazelwood has come out with another book, and I came in here to record instead of immediately starting this book because I am edging myself. Because I don't know how long it's going to be until their next book comes out. And I am going to devour this probably in one sitting as soon as I allow myself to begin. Maybe 2. I've got practice later. But oh my gosh, she's so good. I don't know if you understand. She writes STEMinist romance, so women in STEM. Oh gosh, it's been so good the whole way along so far. I've read every single thing that she has written that I can get my little mitts on. I am tempted to go out and find her like PhD thesis and read her nonfiction work. Obsessed. Shameless stan. Yes. All right. Anyway, this one's about collegiate swimmers and divers. Thus the deep. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so at the behest of my dear friend Sophia, I was participating in the 12 Cast-Ons of Christmas, which mostly happened after Christmas, but I don't really care. And last I had checked in with you, I'd made a number of hats. And in hanging out with one of my nieces, it was requested of me that I make her a sloth hat. And look what happened. Look what happened. It's so cute. It's crochet. I'm still not the queen of crochet. I mean, look at how much like texture, topography there is to this hat. Also, I don't think it's going to be super warm. She lives somewhere farther north. But look how cute it is. I will link a description in the info box just below this picture. It was a free pattern. I did not need to purchase any yarn to make this. This is all from stash. I need to weave in these little ends right here and these little ends right here and this guy. And I think that's it. I think I cut all the rest of them off. Managed to weave in the rest of them. And this Niesling has a sister, and I feel kind of bad just sending one of them something and not the other, so I have to figure out what to make for the other one. And quickly, before hats are no longer necessary, because it's not that cold out. Look, it's so cute. Hello. I was worried it wasn't going to look too sloth-like, but just while I was sewing the face together. But now I am loving it. It is so cute. All right, anyway. So that was one of my cast-ons. Yes. And then look at how much progress I made. This is the AVB sweater. And I believe that the designer is called For the Love of Knitwear. 4 3/4 inches of ribbing, my friends. And now, cabley things. Cabley things. You'll notice that I have stitch markers everywhere. I thought that the easiest way to keep track of where I was and what I was doing was not only to have stitch markers in between each section, but also to have them be color coded. So like, this is an asymmetrical, I mean, I guess it's front back symmetrical because it's just like repeat the same thing in the back, but technically like across each panel, front and back, it is asymmetrical. And so there are a number of different cables in play. And the way that the pattern is set up, it's like do cable A, do cable B, do section E, do cable B again, do this other section C, like whatever. So I should really print the pattern out because I mean, not that it's really that hard to click back and forth, I don't know. But I feel like if I printed it out, then I could have it all in one thing to look at and not have to keep clicking. But I'm letting go to do other things anyway, so I don't think it's made that much of a difference thus far. I am knitting this in Cory Confetti yarn, the colorway Gray Bow, which is a very precious out of my stash that I bought in 2021, according to the label. And it's really soft and it's really squishy. And I realized in looking at this yarn that it's sort of like ordering a sample card catalog of all of La Bien-Aimé's other bright, fun colors, because all of these little bits and bobs are like remnants from other yarn being made at LBA. And so now I can see all these colors live and in person. Like these sort of coral, neon, orangey. Oh my gosh, so good. I'm still too chicken to take it to work because cables require a little bit more brain power than I feel willing to take away from my actual work. I'm not really doing it in an order, am I? Like, here's a finished object. Here's a work in progress. I didn't even talk to you about the sweater I'm wearing. Hi. Did you know that I am still a novice at being a YouTuber? It's kind of obvious. That's okay. This is the Soldatna Crop by Caitlin Hunter, Boylan Knitworks. This is one of my most precious. Mostly because, look at this yarn right here. This, not the little white dots, not the little purple dots, but this blue and purple and gray, like Aurora Borealis situation that's happening. This was one precious skein of yarn that I got years ago at a craft fair, and it's so pretty and it's so soft. I love it. So I just could stare at it forever. I wonder if I kept track of who it was and if I can go get some more. And then the gray, this lovely gray up here is Woolen Vine Yarns in the Smitten DK base, which is a cashmere blend. And it really is soft as buttered kittens, as the dyer likes to say. And then the purple and the white, I think, were a prize Every once in a while I win a prize, and it's almost always from the same people, which makes me feel like I should hang out with them more. But I can't, because it's from a podcast that I love to listen to. I should go back and listen to it again, honestly, because it was a finite number of episodes. But swearing alert, it was called Fuck This Knit, and it was 3 nerdy women talking about all the things they were into, and it just made me so happy. And there's still a Discord, so I'm on there chatting sometimes. But years ago I won, I don't know, some sort of drawing for participation, and the white and this light purple were part of a mini skein set, and I still have a couple other colors. So I want to make the sweater again in other colors and with long sleeves. The only issue I've ever had with this sweater is that there are only about 6 days a year that it really feels comfortable to wear it. Like, it's short sleeves, it's cropped, and it's really warm with all of the Fair Isle, like double-stranded color work, and all of the cashmere, and it's a DK weight yarn. It's too hot for the kind of weather you would wear t-shirt sleeves in, and there's not enough of it for really cold weather. It's working fine in the house because I'm indoors, and after I'm done filming I'll probably put another sweater on over it. Big cardigan situation. But okay, so that's what I'm wearing. I think that's the only thing that I've finished, right? I cast on a pair of 2 at a time socks. Yes. Isn't it funny how people on the internet can become famous to you even when they're not like famous officially? And the people who are like famous officially, I sort of have no interest in. Like, I don't watch reality TV. So there goes like 50% of the people on the internet I'm supposed to care about. Because the only reality television shows that I ever really got into were the ones where people make things. So like Great British Baking and Project Runway, and now all the offshoots that are sort of like pseudo Project Runway, like and Queer Eye. I love to watch Queer Eye. I don't know if that counts as reality TV, but you know, there's an element. And you know, I used to watch a lot of HGTV kind of stuff, but I needed to get away from that because I don't have the money to completely redo my house, and it was making me sad. Anyway, one of the unfamous famous people that I admire is Mina from the Knitting Expat podcast, and this is her 2 at a time sock pattern, and it uses the Fish Lips Kiss heel, which is a separate pattern you have to purchase for $1 whole that I also already owned. So I'm very happily chugging along in my 2 at a time sock. I'm working on the first heel. I'll go do the second heel, then I'll be back into 2 at a timing. I'm not going to have enough yarn. I don't know what color I'm going to finish these off with, but it won't matter because they'll be in my shoes. This was some kind of sock yarn that I got secondhand. It didn't have a ball band. I've tried to use like Google Lens to look it up. Can't find it. It's got blues and fuchsia and white and pea green and orange and yellow, and it's so much fun. And it's knitting up in really interesting ways too. You know, sock yarn with their little specklies and their stripes are so fun. Anyway, going faster than I thought. That's really fun. And this was kind of the backup other ball that I had purchased at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Knit Picks. The striping pattern is totally their kind of MO. But I don't know for sure because they were in the same little Ziploc baggie together. No regrets. socks, hat, sweater. Oh, here, am I supposed to advertise to you the bag? Who made this bag? Katie did? I think this is a Katie did bag. I was originally going to get black with white skulls and pink roses all over it, and then I saw that she had roller skates with teal. This is basically my favorite color right here, this obnoxious turquoise situation. And roller skates. Love it so much. Okay. So I cast all of those lovely things in. Then I told you I was making a second crown shy, and I finally really got going on it because I love a stockinette in the round. I can just go and go and go. I didn't even have to look at this. I dropped 0 stitches. And now I'm ready for the fold it over, 3 needle bind off, make the brim, and then on to the next part, which is a really cute cabling situation. So that is my second crown shy. My child has already lost the first one. Who knows if we'll ever see it again. And then, Sophia, spoiler alert. I'm making some socks. Ooh, they might be too big. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. They'll be so cozy. This is a DK toe up brioche sock pattern by Lavanya Patricella. I think I mentioned that this year I'm going to try to knit patterns from, first of all, from my library, and second of all, from people I haven't really tried before. And I have been looking forward to trying Lavanya Patricella's patterns, especially brioche stuff. She's got great brioche patterns for ages. She's so cute and creative. And Knit Picks, Wool of the Andes. What colorway is it? What colorway is it? I kept the tag. Sport weight, Peruvian, Highland wool. Yes, yes. Chocolate. Delicious. And the other one is Patton's Classic Wool DK Superwash. Autumn Spice. Yes. So that's sock number 1. I didn't swatch, which is why it might be a little bit big. They might be cozy house socks, but that's okay. And then, hang on, I'm looking around. Did you notice that I have rearranged a little bit and I have livened it up the space a touch? So this kind of situation where I just put a whole bunch of my own art and postcards and stuff on the wall was my decorating method of choice in my apartment in Paris. And I've been meaning to do it again for like 20 years. But I always was kind of like, I don't know. Well, it was the taking down process and figuring out how to like slap them all together, and now having to like peel some of them apart. Some of these are original to my Paris apartment. And some of them are brand new. Like I just got this one in Christiania. It says, "It's only love, give it away." It just made me so happy when we were in Denmark, Wax and I. Speaking of hanging out with Wax, guess what we did this weekend? We went to the bookstore where, despite the fact that I now have a new, sorry, goes Camilla. Despite the fact that I now have a new Ali Hazelwood book to read, I also bought Wildfire Firefighter. Sure, yeah, okay, I can do that. And then also, we went to 2 different cat-related places, a cat toy store and a cat cafe. We're circling back to the cat cafe because apparently you needed an RSVP and we didn't know that. It's very busy on the weekends. And then I didn't realize, I should have realized from the name of the place, but she took me to a little fiber art store I had never heard of or been to before, and it's super close to my neighborhood and super close to a great library in the neighborhood. It was called Love and You, EWE, and it wasn't just a yarn store. It was a like fiber arts, like spinner's paradise, because oh my gosh, wait for it. I think this is like my white whale, guys. Look at this. Oh, this was hanging in the window. And then she was like, it's $50. Okay. Hang on, let me back up so we can get it in the frame. I'm going to be covered in wool at the end of this. It is, I feel like that guy on YouTube from a million years ago, double rainbow. Whoa. It's holy crap. It's so pretty and huge. And it's got little bits for like, I'm a sucker for a tweedy nips. And I already forgot what kind of wool it is, because it doesn't matter, because it was going home with me no matter what. But I was like, how is this a sustainable business model? That was my real question. And then she had drop spindles. Wasn't expecting. I didn't buy one. It was close. It was real close. And she also had these funny little dudes. Have you seen these everywhere? I have seen them and like considered it and then not. And then this one was a misprint, so it was only $5. I don't know what's the misprint about it. It looks fine to me. It's got a little cat on it. We were having a cat themed day. I probably would have picked a different style had I not heard that this was so much on sale. But $5 instead of like $20? I'll take the cat. Also, I really like this blue. Kind of matches. And the other thing that she talked me into is that you don't just need to like put a cake of yarn on this sucker. And although I haven't tried that yet, that'll be fun. But she was explaining to me that is a good way to keep track of your wool while spinning. So that's what I've been trying to do. Although I ended up ripping it off anyway, because just because something should work doesn't mean it does. Not as well as you would hope. This was my gift from Marceline. Hello. Have you ever gone to visit a friend who you knew would be a dear friend even though you had not met them yet? And then you both bring presents for each other. Yeah, that's how I got this. Hand dyed in avocado pits to this lovely peachy color. And she told me what kind of wool it was, and I already forgot. I have to ask her again. But she also gave me this little drop spindle, which is more petite and adorable than the other ones that I have, and I think might be more portable. I have been scared so far to travel with my spindles, with any of them, because I don't want them to get messed up. I know I can just spin at home. I don't have to do everything out in the world. I know it would be fun to do. Little spinning, do. So, is that everything? Oh, I know. I was going to tell you, well, you'll see it if you end up on my Ravelry project page. But in speaking last time about how I have all of these projects that don't have pictures or project pages, I finally made one for this hat and these granny squares. They all got a picture and their own project page on Ravelry, so they're like real official projects of mine. Dropping stuff. You ever think about doing drinking games with your YouTubers? For me, I was thinking either, well, when I was still doing my own captioning and I would catch a phrase where the caption just said by itself. I thought that should be a thing that you drink for, but also how many times can I lean out of frame to pick something up? So silly. But yeah, the app that I was using to edit my videos and caption them for free has suddenly changed its tune and decided that I have to pay. And yes, this is a hobby. And yes, I was willing to buy myself a microphone. But no, I don't think currently that it's a good business model. It's not a business. This is not a good way for me to spend my hobby funds. $20 a month on video editing, it wasn't going to happen. So I'm very sorry. You're going to have to put up with the terrible captioning that is auto made by the computer on the YouTubes. With my apologies. I did enjoy making sure that things were spelled correctly and visible. I think this might be the last bit of things that I have done lately. I just was using the drum carder and the baby doll south down again because I have one whole bobbin and 1 3/4 finished bobbin, and this might get it to whole, and then I can ply them together and get both of them off of the wheel because I have not been willing to use it lately. Same with my other wheel. Here. Oh, there I went again. Look at this lovely. Look at this lovely. But either this was all of the fluff I had or I've misplaced it because I can't figure out where it went. I have other things that are similar. Here, look. That I was thinking of like putting them together. But that's not even a whole bobbin. And there's a lot of this, so it's going to be uneven. So I'm stuck in a limbo of indecision. Oh. So I haven't been spinning lately, in part because I have all these like partially finished projects on my wheels, and it ain't right. Can't quite get it right. Notice the yarn is out of control also. Here are my cones of yarn. And here is the rest of the Cory confetti for the AVB sweater. Here is my little weaving project that has gone off for the time being. Oh, sorry, I probably just rustled that thing. Those are the things that I wanted to talk to you about today, and I just noticed that this video has gotten all the way to 28 minutes. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today and checking out all the things that I've been working on. I will provide in the down bar the whole list of the 12 Cast-Ons of Christmas so that you can see. It's like I have so much trouble off the top of my head being like, well, what about how many have I made now? I think I'm actually closer to 14, but we will find out together if you just look below. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and for coming back. If you made it this far and you wanted to like and subscribe because of those YouTube things that people do it. Yeah. And if not, that's cool. I get it. Bye, friends.